gotta lay down. You gotta lay down. You gotta lay down. Oh, you gotta lay down. You really do. I'm sure everyone's excited to see the tip of your nose. But you need to lay down a little bit because Dad is going to drink a cup of coffee and talk for a little while. Because, well, I understand that's a strange thing for a dada to do. That's what this dada does. Good morning, Destiny. Good morning, Gary. Good morning, Artie. B&D Slots Adventures. Wonder what that's all about. Wonder what B&D Slots Adventures is all about. Hello, Anthony. Hello, Endora. Oh, hello, MT Buenrostro and David and Kevin. Hello, Sloan. Here I am on TikTok. Not sure why. Again, I have a hard time leaving it. Hello, Chicago guy. Hello, Beth Corcoran. I doubt it's the real Beth. Isn't that her name, Beth Corcoran? She's on Shark Tank. She's a former realtor. Made a lot of money in real estate. And I don't know. Now she hangs with Mark Cuban on Shark Tank. Hello, Brad. Hello, Mikey. Hello, Trish. Trish is kind of a fun name. And Donna Slavin. Hey, Chicago guy, thank you so much for liking the live. I really appreciate that. Marchington, Brittany, and Terry. Got my dog resting her leg very nicely against my thigh. Woke up just, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes ago. And I slept in today. It was so peaceful. The standard thought is, do I really want to go live? Can I lay here for a while? How much time do I have? And decided to get up and get going live and get my coffee made. And my stepson and Holly were sleeping in the sunroom by the kitchen. And I was hoping Holly wouldn't see me because I knew if she did, she'd want to be a part of the live. And but she did. And she started kicking the door. I was going to leave her in there, but I thought she might start barking and kicking the door and bothering me during my show. And heaven forbid, waking up the little babies who are sleeping upstairs. We don't want to wake up the little babies that are sleeping upstairs. But good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It is Saturday morning. It's 6:09 a.m. It is April 13th, I believe. Happy Saturday. This is a show I've been doing for quite some time, a show about me kind of talking and sharing, 20 to 30 minutes oftentimes. And kind of getting my day started and kind of dealing with the things that we all have to deal with and the struggles we all have to struggle with and the celebrations and the good feelings as well. And again, feeling good that I have some, not celebrations, but some good feelings to share with you lately, because sometimes it seems a little harder to find the gratitude or find those good feelings or find the, peace or happiness we all crave. But anyway, for those that have been watching a while, you know this isn't just a show about me talking about peace and happiness and cravings and good feelings and stress and sleep and all that other stuff put together. For those that have been watching a while, you know it's also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I got a nice hot cup of coffee. Holly's giving me the double paw on the thigh and doing a big stretch. She's trying to distract me from my first sip of coffee. I don't blame her. I haven't taken her outside, which I usually do before I get started, but I don't think that's it. I think she's just mad at me for not petting her, so I'm going to try and keep petting her and drink my coffee one-handed. So anyway, as I was saying, it's a show about me sharing my love of coffee, and I got a nice hot cup of coffee in front of me, and I'm excited to take my first sip. My hope is wherever you are and whatever you're doing, that you got a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. This is Starbucks Sumatra. It is the Starbucks Sumatra. And again, we drink a lot of flavored coffees in this house, and kind of nice. I talk about it every other day. Every time I make it's good. I guess I'm very appreciative of the nice things like coffee, fireplaces, soft fur on my dog. She's getting a little lippy here. And I don't know, sunrises that we're going to have coming up in a little bit, and good night's sleep, and the green grass we have outside, and these pretty little faux flower fans that we have in our yard on a windy day that when the wind comes through, spin and are kind of pretty. So, so I'm going to have another sip of coffee. So anyway, it's Saturday morning. How you guys doing? How you feeling? How'd you sleep? Oh, I'm doing well, and I slept great. Again, it was hard getting up this morning, and woke up sometime during the night, and as I have a tendency to do for a little while, and was editing a video and starting to get a little tired, and I drifted back off to sleep, and woke up like 2.5 hours later, and had these weird dreams of, I guess I'm not even going to describe the dreams to you, because other people's dreams are always more interesting to other people than they are to the person hearing about them. So I'll save you the story about my weird dreams. Had a great night last night. Had a track meet. My two older daughters compete in track for out in Oswego, which is 10 miles west of here. And one's a senior and one's a freshman. And they had a big meet last night with some of the top teams in the state. And I didn't know where the meet was going to be held, but it turned out it was held at Downers Grove North. Downers Grove North has a great running program, both guys and girls, and a beautiful facility that I hadn't seen for a while. But what made it extra special for me was that I went to Downers Grove North, and I graduated there in 1986. And when I was there, I tell you what, you're going to be telling old guy stories before you know it. So appreciate this old guy story. I kid you not, the freshman year we ran on a cinder track, which is like a combination of dirt and gravel. The kind they used to do long, long time ago. And now it's such a beautiful facility. And they widened it and redone the indoor track and the outdoor track and redone the stands, and now the football field is some sort of AstroTurf, and it was just a beautiful, beautiful facility. And when I got there, I'm walking around, and it all felt totally foreign to me, because again, I graduated high school. It's going to be almost 40 years ago now, and it's almost 40 years ago now. But when I got there, I walked around. It was kind of windy, sunny day, and it was a beautiful, beautiful evening. A little windy. And for you guys that know anything about running, one thing that's not fun to run in is heavy wind. It makes it harder. So again, it was a beautiful night, and I was walking around and enjoying the evening. My daughter ran up and said, "Hey, Dad, I've been calling for you." She was really nervous because she was running the 2 mile. That was one of the first events of the night. And we talked strategy for a little bit, and then she went and did her warm-up, and I'm walking through the indoor track, or not the indoor track, excuse me, the infield of the outdoor track, and some older guy comes hobbling by. He wasn't coming to me, and I'd noticed on a couple of the ladies' shirts, it had this name on it. It said Ritter. And I knew a Ritter in high school. He was the coach of the girls' team. And again, they had a great program. And, he'd been coaching forever. And so I looked at this little man that was hobbling on. And I said, Mr. Ritter? And, yeah, he goes, yeah. And we chatted for a while. I go, are you still coaching? And he goes, well, a little bit. And, he's got to be in his 80s, I guess, by now. But it was so neat because, I hadn't talked to him in forever. And he vaguely remembered me. And again, I was a pretty good runner in high school, but, that was a long time ago. And he's seen a lot of good runners come and go over the years. And, thousands of them probably now. But it was neat talking to him, and it was really neat, I thought, for him that they named this big meet, this big invitational after him, and that there was a Ritter invite. And I was texting my sister, who was a star runner on the team back in the late 80s as well. And my brother was a real good runner at the same school as well. And I was texting them all along with my dad and saying, hey, I'm at Downers Grove North, which was the all of our high schools. And I told them I was at the Ritter invite, and that meant something to all of them. And it was kind of neat. So had a great time. Didn't get home till after 9 o'clock, and felt so good getting home and laying watching a little TV for a while, and drifting off to sleep, and just having a great night's sleep full of fun dreams that I'm not going to share with you again. Let's drink a little more coffee. Oh, but anyway, I don't know how much I have for you on this Saturday. Again, I have a quiet mind tonight. This morning, I could have. I started this show 5 years ago at a time when I really needed to talk, and there's some mornings I need to talk more than others. But this morning was just a quiet feeling brain, and again, I could have maybe drifted back off to sleep, but I felt some want to get my day started and some sense of responsibility to go live, because I go live almost every morning, and I post these videos on YouTube. Hello, RJ. And on TikTok and on Instagram, and just have a lot of fun doing it. I don't have so much fun doing it when my dog Holly shakes. And it's okay, but I don't know if you know what I'm saying. If you're a dog owner, you might know what I'm saying. When the sun is coming through the windows and coming across her, and she shakes, you see all this little band or fluff fly up from her. And you're always worried about that sort of stuff getting in your nose and making you sneeze and what have you. So yeah. RJ wants me to take a sip, and thank you for joining, RJ. I slept in as well. I didn't get to sleep till 10 o'clock, which is crazy late for me. And I appreciate you hopping on and getting to work right away. So because you got to work right away, I'm going to have a sip of coffee for you. Hey, cheers to RJ. But again, yeah, I don't know how much I have for you. RJ goes, is gambling, he hits hard. RJ puts together these questions early and often because he knows certain conversations do real well with the audience. So he asked me hard-hitting questions. And he just asked me a hard-hitting question. He asked, is gambling like a roller coaster? Well, it's certainly like a roller coaster, but I'll tell you what, honestly, I got messaged by a guy this morning or during the night, and he opened up to me about his gambling problems and his urge to always gamble and his struggles with gambling. And I've done a video about this before, but I know you can ruin your life drinking alcohol, and you can certainly ruin your life with hard drugs. But I am telling you, gambling is an addiction that not enough is talked about, and you can ruin your life gambling and lead to bad things and get you in trouble. And I saw a video of Michael Jordan on, I don't know, some social media way back in the day when they said, does he have a gambling problem? And Michael Jordan was saying, no, it's just a hobby. It's not a problem. If it was a problem, he wouldn't have, all these nice things, and he'd be broke and he'd be living on the street. But I don't agree. Again, if just the way he rationalized his hobby of gambling, honestly, I could tell it was probably a problem for him, and I'll bet you, yeah, he's not living on the street, and yeah, the name Michael Jordan is still worth millions and millions of dollars, and he can go anywhere in the world and probably get paid a ton of money to do an appearance, so he's never going to be out of money. But I'll bet you that dude squandered a large part of his fortune, and yes, he can afford it. But for anybody out there like you and me that can't afford it, don't look up to Michael Jordan and his gambling, and because it can ruin your life. And I felt so good about, so bad for this. I assume he was a kid. I glanced at his picture. He looked like a younger guy who said he's addicted to gambling. And in today's world, I used to gamble a lot, but I used to have to go to the casino to do it. And there weren't even casinos in Illinois till, I don't know, early 90s, I think, or 1990 maybe. And required some work and some want. And now we all have a casino in our pocket, and we can bet on sports. We can probably do online poker, and we can probably do all sorts of addictive things through our phone and lose real money. And I think that's probably going to that's going to become a problem. That's going to bite a lot of people in the butt down the road, because gambling addiction is very real, and it's an adrenaline rush. And we all think we can do it professionally, and it's fun as well, or it's a hobby, or I can control it. But I don't know. If you have a casino in your back pocket in your phone calling you, and you have a problem about it, a problem with it, I don't know, can lead to a whole heck of a lot of trouble. And I feel bad for this kid, and I feel bad for anybody that's struggling, and I feel bad for anybody that was at the riverboats. I call them the riverboats. They were the riverboats here in Illinois. But I feel bad for all those people. And again, I think there was a time I looked down upon myself, and probably felt bad for myself that I was in a place that I knew wasn't good for me, and I was probably losing money, and money that I wish I would have held on to. But anyway. So all you kids out there, stay away from gambling, stay away from the casinos. They're nothing but trouble. And they give you beer at the casinos. You have to pay for it, but I'll tell you what, when you're paying with things with chips, it's so easy to spend $10 on a beer. Here's a $4 beer and a $6 tip because I'm winning. But then all of a sudden you end up losing and giving all that money away. And you realize it was real money on the trip home from the casino. And that's where the fun and games ends. So, I'm going to have one more sip of coffee. Oh, I so appreciate you for joining. My dog Holly's getting a little anxious. I don't want her shaking near me again and getting her little fluff and little fur flying up on me. So I'm going to take her out. RJ, I talked about the track meet. It was awesome. I guess I didn't talk about how my girls did. I can't talk about or didn't talk about how my girls did, but they did great, and it was a beautiful night, and it was so pretty, and they competed their hearts out, and Erin did the 2 mile run, which she's not thrilled about doing, but she tried real hard and did real well. And Morgie ran the last event of the evening, and it was the mile relay. And she led off, and she was super nervous. And but their team did real well. And again, I was so proud of both of them, and I am so enjoying having two girls to cheer for at one event, because the events can be long, and a track meet, I don't know, it's probably 4 hours. It wasn't even 4 hours, but it was 3 hours. But they can be pretty long, and having two girls, two children in them, and competing in multiple events, having so much to cheer for. And it was kind of sad. Erin was telling her coach, kind of warning her coach, that she had 4 more years of this. She was talking about me, because her younger sister was now a freshman, and I after 4 years of cheering, I've gotten to know most of the girls on the team, and cheer for them almost as hard as I cheer for my girls. Not quite as hard, but always sad to see them go, and I'm going to be really sad that Erin is graduating, and that this chapter in my life of cheering for her, working so hard, and doing her best, and making her dad proud, is coming to an end. But I'm sure there's a lesson in that. But my coffee's out, and I want to go get another cup and go let Holly out and get my Saturday started. But I want to thank you so much for joining, and just so much for joining and being a part of my morning, and part of my journey, and part of my path, and part of my life, and doing what it is you guys do. And I appreciate you again, and I want you to know that. So thank you for joining. I hope you had a wonderful week, and I hope you had a great night's sleep. You had a great Friday. You're feeling good. You're excited about your weekend. I got the sun coming up here in a few minutes. I'd keep talking, but again, I'm out of coffee. I'd like to show you the sunrise so you can see what I'm talking about. But I'm not that patient. I'm too excited for my coffee. So you're going to have to see the sunrise wherever you're at on your own. And when you do, say, thank you, Lord, for the sunrise. And I guarantee your day is going to go just a little bit better. So thank you for the sunrise, and thank you for joining, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. And as always, I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're loving yourself. I hope you're forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.